Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another episode on Exile. Today, I haven't been on in a while because I've been really pretty busy. Classes started up, and the first week's hectic as usual. And cows are still escaping. Oh, little bit of stutter there. But I did get some work done since last time, and today I'm rocking the default texture pack. Some melons look ugly, glass is unclear, and you can see that gravel indeed does look ugly like this. So I definitely need to think of a new road design. If people come by and default, they'll see this ugly textures and will think poorly of my area. But speaking of which, thinking of poorly is a floating enchanting table. Yeah. But anyways, this is a little magic shop I've been working up. I plan on actually making that not floating. More like in the ceiling instead of floating. So that'll be the roof coming down onto the ground here. I designed it on this first. I wanted it in the ceiling, so I went up, made the bookshelves and all that on the ceiling, and then came down to the floor here, which I made pretty cool looking design if you ask me. Quartz, redstone blocks, and lapis. I think that looks pretty cool. Uh, we were messing around in a PvP match before it once. This is a sign on the floor of nail. How it uses netherrack and lapis like this. And we were just playing around with it. And it looks pretty bright when it's extended like all of that. But as it is like this, I think it looks pretty cool and pretty magical. But anyways, this is a full enchanting table. We could get to level 30 just like this. And Fortune 3. I will accept that. Definitely. I needed that pretty badly actually, but um, here we go. And so far, the main work in here is all underground. Over here is just basically a potioning that I started working on, but actually kind of gave up on too, honestly. But I'll get to that at the end. But this is generally how it's supposed to work. Put water bottles in here. It's fully stocked. The hoppers pull them down, and that's odd. Why is that empty? Must have been an inventory glitch. But water bottles in this. And then the deep potion ingredients here. This will be nether wart. They're all in the hopper below. Tier 2, whatever that happens to be. Right now, I've been testing with glistering melons and gunpowder for tier 3 for splash healing on the zombie grinder. And that's actually been helping out a lot. But with actual grinding on it. But down here is the actual works. Oh yeah, this start button was once a button, but now it's a lever. Because craziness. Oh, I spent so long in this design, and I wanted to make this potion thing from scratch. No tutorials and none of that. I know there are plenty of good designs out there. I just didn't want to use them. I wanted to create my own. And it's tough. And especially in survival, I found. Mainly getting the resources even. And climbing up and down and being underground, digging all this out. Ugh. But anyways, there's a minecart chest. Ooh, that was rough. But anyways, minecart chest runs the whole system. When I press the button, which is now a lever, it powers the minecart rail. And the minecart comes along these rails under these 3 hoppers. These 3 hoppers have the items in them. And it collects them in order. One of these, one of those, one of those. And then it comes to a rest right here, thanks to the iron bars here, which I needed actually. That was very frustrating to deal with, getting it to actually land here. But anyways, all the items instantly fall into here in order again. Tier 1, Nether Wart, Tier 2, Tier 3. And Nether Wart actually goes all the way through to the brewing stand itself. Right here, that already has the water bottles in it. These water bottles feed directly down into there. Oh, oh, get up. Out. And into here. And there are 3 water bottles in here. And a comparator there. And there's actually comparators all around. The first comparator is by the first hopper where the minecart just deposits the first items. And over here, it detects if anything is in the hopper. So if there's something in the hopper, this output would be on. But the system doesn't go off until the hopper is empty, which means that tier 3, the gunpowder or redstone, is actually in the brewing stand right now after the nether wart in tier 2. So right when the third thing starts brewing, the third tier, or if I don't have a third tier and only have 2, the second tier starts brewing and leaves that hopper, this inverted comparator turns itself on and sends it's a monostable circuit here, so it sends a pulse through once that's off. I believe this will be, what is it, 6 ticks? A 6-tick pulse, just because I needed something long enough. But it goes through all these torches that actually worked as a little staircase here. And it turns this redstone wire on, and it powers this piston. So what this piston does is push the rail and the minecart onto this block. The rail becomes sloped because of that rail and this rail. So the minecart starts rolling down. Oh yeah, that's why I needed more than a 1-tick pulse, because this needs to be extended long enough for the minecart to start rolling. And it starts rolling down. I also needed to make this an iron bar because when this was a full block, the minecart didn't stop far enough into this curve to actually sit here and actually get pushed. It actually kind of glitched into the piston arm and stayed where it was over the hopper. So I needed that here to give it more momentum to reach a point where it would push successfully into this block. And this torch is actually here because this used to be a powered rail against this back block here, but moving with all these hoppers and stuff, I needed to change that design. So anyways, the minecart then comes down. The third tier potion is going right now. So the gunpowder just started, and the minecart hits this detector rail, which powers this line down here. And what we have here is a pulse lengthener. So it comes through this repeater and powers this line on pretty fast immediately. Then it goes through all the rest of these repeaters and continues to keep this line powered. So this line has a lot longer power length than a normal detector rail. It's normal length plus maybe 8 more ticks. Wait, no, 11 more ticks. So the 1 tick to go through means 11 extra ticks through here. So yeah, it comes through here, it powers this torch, and it powers this here, right? Actually, that doesn't make much sense now that I'm looking at it. There's a comparator here too that I have in a subtractor mode. What does that do again? I forget. Grr. Oh no! Duh. So yeah, the minecart doesn't go through the detector right away. I'm trying to recall this as I go, so bear with me. The minecart comes down and this powered rail is actually off because if the brewing stand is full, this comparator turns on, and if that comparator turns on, this torch turns off, and this powered rail is actually off. So the minecart's resting here while the tier 3 ingredients, or the last ingredient, is actually brewing. And how I did that was a comparator in subtractor mode. Whoops. Subtractor mode. And that's when you click it and the third torch thing in the front comes on. And here I have a power of 14 coming in. So let me stop jumping around. So this is 14, 15 here and 14 here. So this will only turn on if it's giving a full signal strength of 15 from the brewing stand, which means it has to be completely full. If all four of them are full, this is on, and that powered rail is off. When it reaches only 3, which means it's done with the tier 3 potion, the last ingredient, and the finished potions are here, that detector rail is finally able to turn itself on, because the comparator recognizes that, hey, this brewing stand's not full anymore. I don't think I could reasonably show that, but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, comparators are buggy too, which is another issue I ran into, and they won't update sometimes. Especially the hopper one, I was running into major issues with that. Like when I reloaded the world, I would have to replace the comparator, and it appears I have to replace this one too. It's not actually working right now, but it did work. And when the potions were back down to 3 items in the actual brewing stand, so everything in this hopper was removed and brewed. The minecart is allowed to flow down, and this this thing I just explained turns itself on. And when it turns itself on, this redstone dust turns off, and this actually will start pulling the water bottles from this brewing stand, or actually the finished potion. So it'll pull the 3 finished potions in here. It'll also turn off this detector rail here, and the minecart will come down. It'll go around this curved rail here and continue straight and go right beneath here. So the same minecart that was used to deposit the potion ingredients picks up the potion itself once it's done, and it stays here long enough with a long enough delay from the pulse length over there to collect them all before this turns back on and sends the minecart back around. When the minecart comes back around, it hits this detector rail. This detector rail goes in the wire underneath and up to here, up to this repeater to dodge this into this torch, which powers this hopper. This hopper is on the water bottle line, and this, as you can see, this hopper has none in it. So when it goes over the detector rail, it turns this hopper off, which allows the items to go through. And it's fortunately on long enough only for 3 water bottles to go through. So when the minecart goes over it at the appropriate speed with the powered rail, it'll power it long enough for 3 water bottles to go through into this, and it'll automatically put it into the empty brewing stand that its potions just removed. And then all the rest of the hoppers feed into this one, which pauses itself again after the minecart already passes through. And when the minecart passes through with the potions in hand and the system back how it is with 3 water bottles in here, none in here, and the backlog in here, the minecart comes up these rails, up and out. What do I have in here? Oh yeah, tests and inventory craziness and all a bunch of fun, grueling stuff. So the minecart comes up here over this hopper where it deposits the potions it has on it and puts it in here. So you can see I made a mistake and I have mundane potions. Woohoo! Nothing. And then once it passes over, it falls into here and lands back where it started all along. So I think this is pretty crazy, but I won't go into much further detail because I ran into many problems with it. It took ages to set up, and I'm running into major issues with this part. When the minecart passes under these hoppers, it likes to grab two nether wart instead of one. Or sometimes it grabs one but grabs two of these. Or it sometimes grabs one of each of them but skips the third. It's very inconsistent. Very, very inconsistent in what it grabs. And it sometimes grabs two, sometimes grabs zero. I messed around ages trying to figure out what the best spots for these powered rails are to give it enough speed to go past quick enough, but not quick enough that it gets zero. Yeah, when you get two nether wart in the first slot, it brews awkward potion and then tries to brew nether wart into an awkward potion. And that simply does not work, and the system gets jammed. The minecart stays where it is, the potion ingredients stay where it is, and nothing works. Very, very frustrating, very, very demotivating, actually. And I ran into issues with this. I ran into issues trying to fit all these comparators in here with the hopper above, with the comparator above, the comparator here. That's in subtractor mode, or else this would be 15 long wire if it's in um, addition mode or normal mode or whatever. Making sure that this hopper was powered and this one was not by on demand, so it wasn't powered by this lever here or anything. Or I had to remove all this completely. This redstone dust was on this side once, but that also powered this somehow. No, there's a torch here, a block and a redstone torch here, and that powered this, and that messed everything up. So I had to redo everything and do that and blah 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 blah. If you don't know redstone at all, this is all blah blah blah. So I'll stop here and say it was a mess. I appreciate what Redstoneers do more than anything now, because this is insane. Although I will have to say that playing on this in creative mode would have been insane amounts easier, especially on a redstone test world where it's not underground and you don't have to worry about hostile mobs and food and tools durability and inventory issues, like cycling through the billion things you need, like all the rails and all that. The actual getting the actual ingredients, like yeah, survival issues were time consuming, all for something that doesn't quite work perfectly. But I guess we could try it out once, right? So let's see, 62 nether wart. This is actually a snapshot or two ago, I forget, but 62 nether wart. Actually, only one each of those. Do I have more ingredients to make sure it only grabs one in there? Let's see. I could get redstone. And oh yeah, I also got like 8 magma creams, but somehow they got deleted and removed. I lost them. Like I actually legitimately lost magma creams somewhere. I had the blaze rods for it a fair bit, and I just can't find them. All I had left is this one in there. There's only like 2 little batches of fire resist, and the rest of the magma cream disappeared on me, and I don't know what happened there. Actually, let's actually stack this. I saw a melon slice down there. Yeah. Okay. Let's get down there and let's see this. See this hopefully work. It'll be awesome if it did, but I wouldn't rely on it too much. What I think I'll need is to redo this top part. So right now I have comparators by these hoppers, and it detects if anything's in them. So that way, if there is something in them, these redstone lamps turn on, and I could see that I should check what I'm actually brewing before I brew. That was the original intent. Make sure that the first slot was the ingredients of the potion I wanted. Like, make sure like redstone wasn't in here for health potions or something like that. But I might turn it into so all the chest hold ingredients, and when it starts, these hoppers turn themselves on long enough to collect only one item from all these chests, and then turn themselves instantly off. Probably maybe like a one tick pulse could do it. So these hoppers are empty the whole time until the minecart actually starts moving. But anyways, 62, 2, and 5. Let's see. Yep, skipped another wart. Got one of that. Skipped that too. It was this exceptionally bad run. As you can see, the minecart's crooked. And the melon should have entered here. Right? No? Where did the melon go? Don't tell me I lost the melon now. Is this how I lost the magma cream? But seriously, where did this thing go? Did it... I don't think it ends up in these. Is it still in there? Did not grab it at all? Did I not put it... No, I put it in there. Nobody's home. Okay, where did this... Okay, the melon's definitely not here. So it got picked up by the minecart. Where was it dropped off? It doesn't go over any other hoppers. Great. And that's what I do Oh, these hoppers probably need updating again. You got the other melon though. Yeah, here's the melon. The melon's not in here. It's not in the brewing. Oh, it did. Great. More mundane potions, guys. Yay! I guess that's how I got the mundane before. Fortunately, it didn't splash itself this time. There we go. I didn't think it would actually brew. I should have checked that. Countless issues. Countless issues. So yeah, they have I think Mojang has a lot of bugs to fix. I hate using that excuse though, but this is snapshots. Did that update it? I hope it did. Yeah, these are only half slabs because they're rich. These things are pretty expensive. Like, greetings, Segoy. And I didn't want to waste them. Cause I don't know. It's just expensive and that's it. But are they all updated now? And let's see. Okay, so 62. Let's try this again. Let's see, the lamp is off. It's on now. Hopefully these are all updated. Although I not know why it didn't update when I put the new stuff. I think these are updated actually. Let's try again. Let's hurry. What is brewing? What is brewing? No. Oh, that's right. The minecart never activated the detect rails to send in more water bottles. Yeah. But it missed it again. Did it? I do not think it got the... Did not get the gunpowder. frustrations with the snapshots. Um, but anyways, and that's all the major progress I've done in this area, I believe, since last time. More cows escaped, of course, and I look forward to actually building the outside of this. Remove the flying brewing sand stuff here. And it might be cool to create an auto chicken farm. Actually, I want to go check that. Did I get any imports or exports since I was on last? Exporting beef and chicken, importing bones and arrows. Doesn't look like that was given. Nope. No exports, imports. Whoop. I forget the Seinfeld reference. Is it Art Vandelay? Is that George's nickname for his fake career as an importer exporter? I forget, but I tribute Seinfeld in my own way by naming all my farms Seinfelds. Seinfelds, yes. That was actually way back years and years ago when I played those awful farming games. Back when they were actually good and not pay to win. Or Facebook spam to win. Or whatever you want to call them. Well, decent, I guess. I don't know. But, anyways, let me know what you think of this. If you have any solutions or like better ways of solving how hoppers can get into minecarts more consistently, I'd be grateful to hear them because that's the only issue the system has and the only issue I can't solve or haven't. I could try more. Like, where's the gunpowder? Seriously? Is the gunpowder gone? Oh, it's in here. I actually got the gunpowder that time, but none of the nether wart. So yeah, if you have any ideas how to make hoppers enter minecarts more consistently, I'll be glad to hear it. I'll probably just go with something else entirely to get them in the minecarts, like combine them into one hopper, and then have the minecart just stop underneath and collect all three at once. I think that might be interesting to have all these feed into one hopper and all that, but that will require ripping everything up. And that's not too great. Not too happy about that. I was also running into issues of these redstone blocks powering things below. Yeah, issues. But anyways, I'm subbing for a Race for Wool team, and that's why I was ablaze today. Fancy blaze. I think it goes pretty well with the cape. A nice red cape. And I made some awesome gloves. I like messing around with custom textures, custom skins recently, and getting these gloves that I guess, since you can't see my mouse pointer where my avatar head is looking, see my hand, its gloves turn from green to orange to red here, and all sorts of fun things. But anyways, I'm done rambling today. Done raging about uncontrollable hopper issues, hopper minecart issues, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.